My name is Blessing Agbomhere, Deputy Director, Buhari Support Organization. I call this press conference to express our concern about the recent happening, about the trends to life, or allegedly threat to life, or allegedly breach of national security, and so many other issues raised by different individuals. And I want to make all of us understand that, and I'm also aware that the recent statement I made has been trending and raising so many issues and so many questions. See, as Buhari Support Organization and as Deputy Director of Buhari Support Organization, we have a duty to protect the image of our president, to give him all the necessary support to achieve his manifestos for this country. And we believe that at this critical point of our nationhood, what we need now is not to stir the system, it's not to disrupt the system, but to give every necessary support to this administration of President Muhammad Buhari to achieve his promises for Nigeria. And in view of that, we reacted to the recent attempted or alleged arrest of Apostle Johnson Suleiman. And here I am here again to reaffirm our stand on the issue. What we have said is what we are still saying. Everybody has a right to express his opinion. And what Apostle Johnson Suleiman has done, he did what he did in a way of protecting himself against the threat to his life. And some of the issues he raised, directly or indirectly, is that the federal government should find a solution to the menace caused by the herdsmen across the country. So I emphasize that rather than the DSS allowing themselves to be used by Nasir El-Rufai against Apostle Johnson Suleiman, they should focus more on how to create peace in the country. As these issues raised on the matter of Apostle Suleiman is capable of causing dichotomy in the system. So I believe that the DSS cannot take instructions from Nasir El-Rufai or any other person apart from the presidency, as any action taken by the DSS will be seen as an action by the presidency and not Nasir El-Rufai. So if Nasir El-Rufai has a personal vendetta with Apostle Suleiman, they should find a way to settle it. If they like, they go to court and settle it. But my position is that Mr. President and the administration of President Muhammad Buhari should not be drawn into any battle of revenge. So I hereby warn Nasir El-Rufai to allow peace to reign in President Muhammad Buhari's administration. And he said rather than concentrating on what happens around the country or what the presidency is doing or what the DSS is doing or giving them instructions on what to do, he should concentrate on Kaduna State. He should concentrate on Kaduna State and find a solution to the massacre that is happening in Kaduna State. I'm not talking on the basis of religion. I'm talking on the basis of Nigeria, one Nigeria, finding solutions to the problem of this country. Like I emphasized before, I'm aware the DSS director is a Fulani man. Nasir El-Rufai is a Fulani man. I don't want Nigerians to begin to look at certain issues because there are ways you handle issues. People begin to read meanings, different meanings to them. I don't want anybody, and I emphasize it, we will not encourage anybody or will not tolerate anybody that wants to, or that whose intention is to frustrate the administration of President Muhammad Buhari so that at the end of his tenure, he will be judged in a negative light. So we as Buhari Support Organization, we stand against that, we reject that. The presidency must be focused on solving the problems of Nigeria. So rather than thinking of how to harass or arrest Apostle Suleiman, we should focus on solving the problems raised. Nigerians are scared. Nigerians are afraid of the issues of these herdsmen. So many Nigerians are concerned about this particular issue. I can tell you I've gotten series of threats from different organizations as to the arrest or purported arrest of Apostle Johnson Suleiman, which is not necessary. Rather than thinking of how to arrest him or how to deal with him because he has a problem with El-Rufai or because he made a statement, we should first of all look at it. Is this statement he has made a statement of fact? DSS can invite him to ask him such questions. Is this statement you have made a statement of fact? So rather than thinking of how to arrest him, they should even think of how to provide security for a man who has raised alarm over a challenge. So I want to use this opportunity to beg Nigerians to continue to contribute positively to helping this administration, not doing everything possible to destroy this administration because of a few persons who have some special interest or selfish interest. So we will not allow that. Okay, you see, some of these issues we call religious crisis or religious issues. Sometimes they start on civil basis. And along the line, people begin to attach religions and sentiments with such issues. If you look at it very well, let's give an example of the upset Apostle Suleiman. He was preaching in a church and he was talking about insecurity. He was talking about threat to his life. By the time you go ahead and people begin to politicize them and turn them into religious issues, that is when they become religious issues. Like it just happened now. When it happened in the church, it was not supposed to be a religious issue. It's a cleric complaining. But when DSS came into it, and people started commenting, if a Muslim comments positively or negatively, it will be a religious issue. If a Christian comments, it will... See, some issues are not supposed to be religious or not religious. Whether it's coming from the mouth of a Muslim or from the mouth of a Christian. You know why I'm saying this? I did not support President Mohammed, I did not support Goodluck Jonathan in the last election. I'm a Christian. I supported President Muhammad Buhari, a Muslim. Nobody talked about religion. I don't believe in religious matters. Nigeria is my religion. So I will do everything possible to protect Nigeria, to defend Nigeria, and to stand up for what is right. Sometimes selfish individuals make religious or political issues out of issues that are not political, that are purely civil and social. For somebody to complain about insecurity, he did not mention anything about Islam. He was talking about herdsmen and the havoc they are causing. So what is religious about a man talking about herdsmen? Even Muslims condemn the activities of these herdsmen, especially the criminal ones. I'm not talking about all the herdsmen. Some herdsmen are peaceful, they are normal, but the criminal ones, even me that is speaking, along Benin Expressway, I'll be robbed by the same herdsmen. But I never talked about religion. I complained about criminals, activities, not Muslim, Christian. We have Muslim Fulani, we have Christian Fulani. So this issue is not about religion. It's about what is happening in our society. And Nigerians, we should learn to begin to approach issues as they are. If a man that is a Muslim raises an issue of insecurity, why will they be talking about religion? Nigeria has a duty to every citizen of this country to protect them, to protect lives. Then if the issue of protection, not protection of life is raised, why would somebody bring in religion? For me, this issue is not religious. This issue for me is a societal issue. And we must learn to begin to approach issues. Nigerian government is not a Muslim. Nigerian government is not a Christian. Nigerian government is a Nigerian government. So we should not forget about religions when it comes to issues like this. You see, I am Deputy Director of Buhari Support Organization. Even to my office, I've had threat to my office. And I know where the threats are coming from. That I should be removed as Deputy Director of Buhari Support Organization for issuing a statement. And I know said it. So the truth of the matter is that El-Rufai has a personal vendetta with Apostle Suleiman. We all know they've insulted each other, they've spoken to each other. And El-Rufai is trying to seize this opportunity to incite Nigeria government against Apostle Johnson Suleiman. But I can tell you that El-Rufai is not the father of DSS. And El-Rufai does not have the right to dictate to the president of Nigeria what he should do and what he should not do. And I think the end has come for El-Rufai misleading most Nigerians, thinking that the government of President Buhari is his government. He should concentrate on Kaduna State and solve the problem there. How many committees has he set up in Kaduna to talk about the killing? And then when you talk about the killing in Southern Kaduna, people will to talk about Christian and non-Christian. The issues in Kaduna have nothing to do with religion. It's about a particular race trying to eliminate or exterminate another race. And the governor of Kaduna State has a duty, as the governor of the state, to find a lasting solution to that crisis. Rather than finding solutions to such crisis, you are sponsoring the arrest of a man who is condemning such an act. And when you are doing that, what are you doing? That means you are encouraging those who are perpetuating such violence to continue. And that is wrong. So rather than inviting or arresting Apostle Suleiman, El-Rufai should be arrested for not fixing the problem of Kaduna State, for not containing the violence. And I can tell you that Nigerians should begin to hold El-Rufai responsible for the murder as the governor of the state, who is the chief security officer of that state. So he should be ashamed to even think of sponsoring the arrest of anybody who has complained against the misdominee in the country. Thank you very much.